Let's move now from the foundational layer of hardware and data to a completely different industry facing what looks like immediate terminal disruption: market research.
This is a story about efficiency and accuracy finally meeting breakthrough technology. For decades, companies have spent billions annually on consumer research. It's the engine that justifies product development, pricing, and marketing spend. But we all know the inherent flaws of traditional methods.
It's a slow, messy process. Traditional surveys suffer from biases like social desirability, people lying about their habits or preferences to look good, and they rely on faulty human recall. You need hundreds or thousands of real participants, and the whole process takes weeks or months just to establish statistical significance.
And by then, the data is stale.
The resulting data is often stale before it's even actionable. Exactly.
And that's why the research finding we have today is a seismic event. It proves definitively that large language models, when you prompt them correctly, can accurately simulate human consumer behavior and, most critically, purchase intent, or PI, with approximately 90% accuracy.
90% accuracy. That's a level of reliability that matches or even exceeds the reliability of human test-retest panels. This is total disruption. But the research goes with a crucial, immediate warning about the methodology.
Yes, the flaw to avoid. And this is the first thing any startup trying to apply this needs to know. Simply asking an AI to rate this product 1 to 5 produces garbage data. The models, when they're forced into a simplistic quantitative scoring mechanism, they lose the context and reasoning that makes them predictive.
So the breakthrough isn't in the scoring. It's in the simulation of human thought and qualitative expression. Which leads us to the innovation they call the semantic similarity rating, SSR. This is the aha moment for our listener. The precise, validated methodology that actually works. So lay out the 3 steps for us.
The breakthrough relies on leveraging the LLM's capability as a cognitive simulator and then using a separate consistent mechanism to quantify the output. Step 1 is the role-play prompt. This is the setup. You explicitly prompt the LLM to adopt a granular, specific demographic and psychographic profile.
Give us an example of how granular this gets.
Okay, it could be something like, you are a 35-year-old female, a mother of 2, household income $75,000, residing in the Midwest, interested in high-end, sustainable skincare products, but you're price-sensitive toward items over $100. This locks the model into a defined cognitive and financial framework. It makes its responses predictable and segmentable in a statistically meaningful way.
So it gives the AI an identity and a constraint. Okay, what happens in step 2, the impression generation?
You show the AI the product concept, the image, the description, the competitive positioning, the pricing. You then ask the AI to write a natural, qualitative impression or review. The output is long-form text, not a score. For our example, the output might be something like, I appreciate the transparency about the natural ingredients and the sustainable packaging, which aligns with my values, but given my budget, the $150 price point feels significantly too high for a monthly purchase.
That is precisely the kind of rich, conflicting, qualitative reasoning a real human provides. It integrates value judgment, budget constraint, and preference.
Exactly. And then comes the quantitative link that turns this qualitative insight into actionable data. Step 3, mapping. A separate, pre-trained system maps this natural qualitative text to a numerical score using embedding similarity. The language model isn't grading itself. The system is grading the meaning of the language.
Okay.
So if the text contains language strongly similar to known descriptors of high intent like must buy, perfect fit, affordable value, its score is high. If the text uses language similar to negative intent like too high, major drawback, will wait for a sale, it scores low.
And the research confirmed that zero training data is needed for this mapping process because the LLM is already a superb simulator of human language patterns across demographics. That zero training data point is financially massive. It means you could deploy this methodology today using existing frontier models without months of specialized data preparation.
But the real question is, how solid are these results? This kind of claim requires extreme rigor.
Let's look at the validation data because this is where the skeptical investor or developer is won over. Researchers tested this method on 57 real consumer surveys that had already been executed by a major corporation. And they compared the synthetic results against 9,300 actual human responses used as the ground truth.
The results were conclusive. They showed 90% of human test-retest reliability. That means the synthetic consumers were behaving with the same consistency as real human consumers tested weeks apart. Furthermore, the statistical distribution match was validated using something called KS similarity, which was greater than 0.85.
Hold on, that statistic, KS similarity greater than 0.85, sounds like pure math jargon. For the strategist listening, what does that number mean in plain English in terms of real-world confidence?
In plain English, it means the synthetic population's distribution of opinions. The spread of high, medium, and low purchase intent perfectly mirrors the distribution found in the real human population. It's not just that the average scores matched. It's that the model successfully recreated the entire population's nuance. It proves the AI understands and reproduces how different demographic segments think about products, not just what they might say on a simple multiple-choice quiz. This is predictive power.
This is a fundamental paradigm shift. I mean, this doesn't just improve market research, it functionally destroys traditional market research economics. The massive implications are felt across speed, foresight, and granular targeting.
The speed advantage is paralyzing to traditional firms. You can now A/B test 1,000 different product concepts, color schemes, pricing structures, or names overnight, instead of spending weeks recruiting, scheduling, and processing thousands of manual surveys.
And that speed translates into unprecedented foresight. You can simulate market reactions before you commit to a major manufacturing run. I mean, imagine instantly testing whether raising the price point by 15% would alienate your high-income demographic while attracting a new, value-seeking segment. You have predictive pricing elasticity data within hours.
And the targeting capability is revolutionized. You can instantly test dozens of different messaging campaigns across 50 demographic segments simultaneously to see not only which message resonates, but which specific segment has the highest purchase intent for that message. This is hyper-granular targeting at machine speed, and it completely changes the economics of digital marketing optimization.
So concept to market cycles just got 10 times faster. The prediction that real market research panels might be obsolete within 2 years? That's not hyperbole. This synthetic consumer era validates the idea that LLMs are powerful cognitive simulators moving far beyond mere text completion.
And it raises huge questions for consultancies and marketing agencies. Their primary value proposition, access to reliable, structured consumer insight, is now potentially democratized, accelerated, and rendered vastly cheaper by this breakthrough methodology. They must pivot their services from data collection to strategic data application.